game, looked okay, looked sharp. You know what I mean? I heard the man them say training sharp, all of that great stuff. I'm like, okay, Gakpo wants to come back in. He saw what Diaz was cooking in the last game. Let me come in. Let me win my position back. It's mine. Salah, I'll let you guys talk about that, brother, because I ain't gonna say too much. You already know. But talk to me, lads, bro. The front line. What did you guys see? What didn't you see?
Can I just ask before anyone says anything, bro? I'm just gonna let man know this. If anyone's about to cost Jota for this game, I'm just gonna let you know he played exactly the same against Everton, bro.
I was gonna say that
before anyone does all this gas in the last game, and then he did exactly the same thing against Everton, bro. No one. We just cost that whole midfield for no progression in it. No one got the ball to him. Salah wasn't good again, so he couldn't get the ball to him. Gakpo wasn't good. He couldn't get the ball to him, and that's kind of how our front three works, bro. This is not me individually trying to kill all of them. I'm just letting you know. They couldn't get the ball to him, so all he kept doing was dropping into the 8 and false 6 and shit, linking up the play, and then trying to run up the pitch and get the ball back, and they weren't giving him the ball back. So again, what we've known all season, we don't have no one in the box. But this time it didn't even matter because the wingers didn't even have the ball to throw it in the box, bro, because they were stinky.
You know, by the way, Savage well said, actually, because that's literally everything in a nutshell. You know what's crazy? The defense made the 2 mistakes, right? But the defense was the best part of the team yesterday. Like, as a collective unit.
That's crazy, bro. That's good. Considering how the game went.
You know the same thing against Everton too.
Went, right? In your head, you're like, no, but they made mistakes. Yes, they made errors. But as an actual unit in what they were trying to do, I felt like they were better than the midfield. And they were definitely better than the striker. I didn't know that people were praising Jota for loss. I thought he was shit against Everton. I thought he was shit against Fulham as well. Like, I didn't know people praised him for those performances, but they were all dead. Like,
I heard Jota's back. That's what I heard the last game.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did. Okay, but they were all shit. Gakpo, you're doing your heck. I don't even want to call you Tariq. I was about to say Rainy, but she died. Like, you might as well have been that, like, because you've just been RP Rainy. But like, you know what I'm saying, you've just been on that kind of vibe. Salah, at this point now, I saw a tweet today saying that they just want to get Salah's assist record. I'm like, brother, he needs to play football first to get the assist, let alone anything else. And then Jota. What? Like, why are you dropping into the like? I don't understand. Like, is Slot really telling the strikers? Yeah, can you drop deep into central midfield, and then I want Salah and Gakpo to almost act as 2 strikers, like wide strikers.
Yeah, judging by how he gets Bosley to press and gets this guy to do that, I think that's exactly what he's told him to do, bro.
Slot, listen, I like you. I think I actually fucks with you. I think, but sometimes, and I know what it feels, and now I know what it feels like when people say it to me. I want to just slap your bald head, bro. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you want the team to do that?
Okay,
you know when man them say I fucks with you, bro. They
bro, do you remember the
I actually fucks with.
Do you remember that press conference?
Yeah, go on, sir.
5 games into the season, and they asked him about. It might have been 5 games around that, and they asked him about Nunes. Yeah, and he said, "Also, we have to try and adapt to what Nunes does when we come on because he wants us to do something different." And the thing different was the way Jota drops deep in it, and Nunes can't do that. So then he was like, "We need to adapt." So literally, he said that they play different when Nunes is playing compared to Jota playing. So that is what he wants Jota to do, bro. But it's stupid. It's stupid, bro. It's much easier to tell Jota to stay in the box and get the man to whip the ball into you, bro. Because when Gakpo's on the pitch, like, Diaz doesn't cross the ball that often, innit? He normally cuts back and then he plays it on the floor. He never. If you can go check Diaz's crosses for the season, I doubt he's crossed the ball more than 20 times. But Gakpo and Salah kind of do the same thing now. Cut back, whip. Cut back, whip. So Jota's the best header of the ball there. Cross the ball in. But nah, bro. Jota, I don't know. He wants to do these weird.
His movement tab is crazy in the box as well. Like, you go back and watch Jota's headers in like compilation, like his movement off the shoulders, off the back of defenders, running near post, little flicks. But for some reason, they're like, nah, man. What did you call him? 4'6", 4'8",
4'6", bro. Moving like Harry Kane for England, bro. And that's why. See, that's what I'm saying. The difference when Bradley come on, bro, because just doing like, oh, this is what Trent normally does, goes in. So I'm just gonna go into the middle 2 and just do my thing. Blood got on board, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's shit. It's the same when I told you, like when I told you and G and Jerry to that show. Because I hear man moan about like Robbo and whoever's the right back. Why they're underlapping? Motherfucker, bro. That is tactic, bro. Like, you dumb at this point, bro. Like, man ain't gonna keep playing you and you're doing the same thing. It's like, oh, nah, I like that he done it even though I told him not to. No, that's what he wants to do, bro.
Game in, game out, week in, week out. Now,
Yeah,
by
bro,
that point, you'd be on the bench or reserves.
And I know that is a little bit like, and don't get me wrong, bro, you need some kind of arrogance if you're going to believe in what you're doing on the pitch and that. And that's why he said early in the season, as soon as we lost to Nottingham, there's like, we can hindsight maybe change a few things. It's like, no, because if I have to change a few things, that means that I got it wrong to start with. That is not what I want to hear from a manager, bro. Because you're basically telling me that, no, what I chose to do is what I chose to do. And if we don't get it wrong, I'm not admitting that I got it wrong by changing shit. I'm going to just run it. I'm going to just run it till the wheels fall off. And luckily, even if our team isn't as good as we think they are, they can all do stuff off the cuff in moments, bro. Just like McAllister picked up the ball and said, fuck it, and rossed it in the top bins, bro. He just, and it's like, okay, it's one of those.
I was going to say, Sab, can we speak about the other two? Because I think we've cooked Jota enough. Let's
gender. But before we continue,
go Gakpo first, and then we'll leave.
And real quick, my source is saying that there's progress on Virgil's side. I'll leave it at that. But Salah has been doo-doo all season, man. Salah has been doo-doo all season. He's
go Gakpo first.
Gakpo, you can't really he's coming off an injury. He hasn't played.
No, you can allow it.
That wasn't the way to start off the.
No, I'm just I'm doing the sandwich compliment. Yesterday he was missing. It's like he didn't even know where to be at. Right, he stayed on the line. I don't know whether he and Robo did not communicate properly or they had a fight the night before. Or it's like brother was just standing there, and once in a while he would track back. Sometimes he would just stand there, and it's like there was no outlet. You saw what Diaz did against Everton. So I'm not expecting to do exactly the same, but in the past we've seen Gakpo and Diaz they bring something different, and whatever different they brought was always at a high level, right? But now it's like, brother, he was lost. I'm
gonna lie, bro. I don't give a damn how this sounds, innit? Maybe Frimpong can't like him. I don't want no more Dutch players, blood. I don't want no more. No, I don't want no more Dutch players. And I just know in it because their demeanor's too relaxed, bro. It's too relaxed, bro. It's all like, yo. It's, and I'll say it because I don't know it's the light skinned Dutch players, bro. It's not my man, the trash one. What's his name? Grinders and that, blood. It's not him. It's not them, man. And
Grinders, bro.
It's them, man. Blood. No, you know it's the truth, bro.
What?
Every time the pie touches pitch and that man's got a headband trying to look cool and that, all relaxed and that. Javi Simon thinks he's him already, bro.
Don't do that because no, that's true. That's
Tell me a light skinned Dutch player that don't act like that, bro. They're all like that, bro. Too busy trying to be sexy, bro. Just play the game, bro.
Simons is on the grafting, bro. He's
he's on
the grafting, bro.
He's him already, bro.
Bro, real talk. He feels like he's the guy.
Don't get me wrong. I understand why he thinks that because I was thinking this the other day when somebody said was linked to him, and I was like, why does it feel like I've known this guy his whole life? And I'm like, we've been hearing about him since he was like 8, bro.
Yeah.
Because I keep forgetting he had the bushy hair and you see him, he's
the one that
he's like Adam, innit? You released him into the wild, bro.
Cav, I agree with you.
We gave him to PSG to try and develop him, you know what I mean?
I agree with Cav. That kid is not a Liverpool player. I see Mandem trying to say, he's not a Liverpool player.
Right,
keep him out.
Wind it back because he's a player that let's rewind it back.
Yeah, but Gakpo, man.
Go back, bro. Let's talk about Gakpo in it.
Gakpo. I'm sorry. Something's wrong.
Something's wrong. And then we're like, he's cold. I don't want that. Let's.
Gakpo, there's some wrongs at the camp. I don't know what's going on. There's some players that we rely on when things get hard, and those players seems like they run out of steam. Gakpo is one of them, man. And personally, yesterday, why did the manager didn't play? What's the name? Diaz. You should have played Diaz as a striker for me. And if you're gonna bring Gakpo in and start him trying to give him game time so he gets fully fit, good. But
doesn't it feel like sometimes Gakpo just? We know he's a religious man in it. And sometimes it feels like he just prayed and said, what will be, blood. No, he does, bro. And I bet you if you ask him after the game, he's like, well, it's God's will. If you want me to play like that, I'll just play like that. Man was chilling, bro. I literally watching him on the sideline, bro.
Are you saying that he said that God does not take sides, so you know?
Yeah, bro. He said God don't make mistakes.
Thy will be done.
That will be done,
bro. So God don't make mistakes, bro. If I was supposed to play shit today, then today I was supposed to make.
Yeah, bro.
There's nothing I can do about it. It was just today to not play well.
No, but what? Seriously, do you? I remember him like trying to take on thinking like Castagna once, but do you not remember him doing anything?
Savage.
Like sometimes it's like I watch somebody do something and it was unsuccessful loads of times, which was kind of like what Salah was. But I saw him in it. But Gakpo's was like, I don't remember you. I don't remember you doing anything, bro.
Bro, he was the worst out of the whole.
Out of all three, he was
so. But you know what? Why his was worse? Because it was like, as you said, at least you saw the other two. Like I don't even remember you like in the game.
I don't remember, bro. I don't remember it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at Aiden, bro. Aiden, tell Major to leave the chat before you go to the next.
Nah, Babe's already upset.
Major got make yourself a cup of tea that last week.
I triggered Babe.
Bro, it's up again, bro. No, can we now speak about Salah, please?
Brother, I said that Salah's been doo-doo all season and Benja got upset. But this is, I think, Savage summed it up at the beginning of the show, right? He said if he has scored a penalty or assisted a goal, everybody say he'd have been great. And that's what's been Salah all season, let's be honest. I mean, my man G said Salah has never been aesthetically pleased since he's been in Liverpool. I better differ a little bit. There's a couple seasons where you'd be like, this guy is balling. So like, right? It wasn't just the goals or the assists. You'd be like, this guy is that dude. Consistently goals, yes. He scored that 20 goals every season. But I'm sorry, this season, if you take the goals and assists from him, he's doo-doo.
I'll be real because you see, there's not been one season apart from the year that he joined Liverpool where I've ever looked at Salah and said, "Bro, you're actually balling." Like, I've never ever in my.
I'll give him 3. I'll give him 3.
I don't even feel like there's been 2, let alone even. I'm trying to figure out where your third one's even coming from. But even if you look at it, like I disagree with what you say about what you said about if you take away his goals. Well, obviously, if you take away Gakpo's goals, then
that's kind of not fair, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what I mean, like you'll be doing up Hail Marys on the side, like so. I feel like with Salah, that's literally it. But Salah has actually had very, very good games where he's literally just run the show by himself in attacking sense this season, right? In the last like month and even yesterday's game, I'm just watching Salah. I'm just like, like you're just playing like I don't know how to put it. Like I'm watching a player, and I don't know if it's happening, so you'd have to find out. It's almost like I'm watching a player decline right before my eyes, if that kind of makes sense. Yes, that's the player I was trying to think. Like I'm watching you slowly, just like it's just declining in some way. Like by the way, I don't know if it's just like let's not forget the reality is without this guy we wouldn't even be smelling a Premier League title, let alone be 12 points, 11 points clear, right? But I'm watching you and I'm like, everything that you're trying to do when you are trying to do it is so like it's so slow and it's just like nothing's working and you can't do anything. So I'm like,
okay, name me other good wingers over 30
in a press.
Just in
there ain't none. This is my point. That's why you feel like that, bro.
Yeah,
because obviously in real life he's not old, bro. But in football terms, the dynamic, bro. As soon as you already know. I always say that's the left back of one Robinson. And as soon as I knew he was playing, I said Salah's. Forget about it, bro. He's gonna take the ball off him every time, bro. It's long. Once that athleticism's there from the other left backs and that, because all of the ones who are over 30 usually I said it before, and to be fair to Salah, he adapted what he does. But the other ones end up adapting their position, bro, because they know in it, and their managers and that know like. So our team's not gonna be balanced enough anymore.
Savage. So based on that, do you think he deserves a new contract then?
I don't want Salah. I want him gone, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's not even a dickhead thing. Like I'm not even saying it like I won't be sad when he's gone. I just want something new, bro. Like I'm not enjoying the football. I've had like 7 years of getting the ball to Salah. Like, eventually, I'm like, okay, man, I hear it, bro, and it's fine. Hear me out, people, before you lose your mind. You man are not in the wrong, bro. It's all subjective, innit? In fact, even if it's not, you lot are more right than I am, bro, because he still gets the goals and assists, bro, and his efficiency. But I like to enjoy football, bro. I like to enjoy, and I can't, bro. I can't enjoy it. It's not Salah's fault that they're always trying to get the ball to him. So I know that's not his fault. Everything else, what he does on his own is his own problem, innit? I just don't think he's that good at it anymore. I think Salah's passing's got better over the years. I think that's one thing that's improved. Because even when I watched him like Marvel and that, bro, it was a little bit different. So I think that's got improved, his playmaking and stuff like that. And everything else is not better, bro. And I mean everything else. That's the only thing to me he's got improved. Of course, I don't expect him to get faster. That's not a problem. He's still faster than most people in the Prem. He's just not the old Salah. That's normal. I don't mind that at all. His shooting's not better. We know that. His shooting's not as good as it was. His passing's better. And everything else is whatever. Even his strength, he's dropped off in his strength a little bit as well, bro. Look a bit weak and that. You get me?
I mean, at this time, I'll give that to him because of Ramadan, right? He's been fasting.
What? That ended a week ago, blood. Man's come back up. You already know,
it takes a while.
No,
it takes a while to get back.
The glycogen stores are back, bro. You know this squad. Your PT2, the glycogen stores are storing.
It takes a while to get back to peak. You know, your body changes. Body change. It takes almost 2 weeks to go back and forth. But there's one argument that I will lose.
So can we not use the same for Kanate then, or did Kanate exempt from this?
Yeah. People forget about that about Kanate too.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. He's a devout.
And also, you know how many PSG players are Muslim, blood? The bare PSG Muslim players, bro. They didn't look tired at all, bro.
It was at the beginning. It was.
Bro, they got to the next round, won the league, all in that time while they're fasting.
Man said, they're getting rid of Hamid Ghali, blood.
Vision. Pops, I can still say something. Two things can be true at the same time, Pops. You got to learn that.
Well, you got to remember, if Ramadan's only 30 days, so what about before the 30 days? What was that excuse?
That's exactly what I was going to tell Pops. That's what I was going to tell Pops.
Do you guys then think, I'm just thinking about it now, like Kwasi was saying that, do you guys then think then, right, like Savage, you said like it's not his fault, obviously, that the team is still trying to get the ball to him, right? Which is true. But he's obviously stinking up in his own way, doing whatever he's doing. Yeah. But then again, I go back to the manager. Same thing that I
think it's his fault.
Does he need to start saying, I need to trust who played today, Gakpo and Jota as an example, or Diaz or whoever. Does he need to? I mean, listen, I don't rate none of them, none of them forwards. So I can understand why he doesn't trust them and he keeps saying, let's go towards Salah, because even in bad form, you're still better than everyone else. But it's getting so bad now that we're seeing it on such a scale at this point in time. Bro, I'm like, brother, I beg you, just stop going to Salah. Like, you don't have to pass to him all the time. I beg you, go to Diaz, go to Gakpo, go play through Jota, stay up front so that why'd you keep passing it to Salah? Like, the guy is stinking it up, doing whatever he's doing. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. We've literally criticized the midfield, the defense. We've criticized Virgil for having a stinky game. Man's not saying that I need to play through Virgil. Brother, you just play somewhere else. But we keep going. I'm like, it's now just becoming like you're now just enabling the abuse at this point because you keep going through this same guy.
Looney Tune tactics, bro. Get the ball to Jordan. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, literally. Get the ball to Jordan.
Man, but did you watch the Golden State yesterday?
Yeah.
Steph Curry had 3 points. One three that he made for 48 minutes. That's all he did. But
Golden State are like that because when you've got someone who's so superior to like the rest of the team and can do a madness like 3 points from his own fucking basket, then obviously you're gonna you know what I mean? You're gonna always try that. And Salah's almost the same here in an attacking sense, is that well, this brother can do anything out of just nothing, so we're gonna keep going to. I'm like, bro, but then
you're not even gonna. That's what I'm saying. He won't even give the rest of the team a chance to realize.
Yeah, but you see,
what they can do without Salah, because he's always on the pitch, bro. So when he's stinking up the place, at some point remove him in it. Even when I saw the thing he got yesterday, the board and that, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe he's gonna take Salah off now, innit? Because and then I was like, brother,
because look at it this way, right? Golden State, right? And I'm sorry, guys, I don't know why I brought basketball in, but Golden State, at this point, you can't keep blaming Steph when people are double and triple teaming him. The manager have to figure something out. You can't just rely just on the brother. Find some way out, right? So in terms of Salah, yesterday, the commentators like Liverpool is literally playing with 10 men, with an 11-man squad, right?
You mad, I've said this many times.
You know, the manager said, he said, at this point, sub the brother.
What was that thing that you said? Slot was on about Harvey. Basically, like if Salah's, you're not playing unless Salah.
In his press conference, they mentioned like obviously using. I can't remember the context, but it was like using. Why are we not using the players enough? Big up, bro. Why are we not using the players enough in terms of? Hold on, let me change the view. Why are we not using Harvey and stuff like that? Wataru, and then he was like the thing about Harvey is Salah, and then I was like, Ross. As soon as you mentioned Salah, I was like, oh, so you don't even think he's a 10 then? You think he's a right winger? So of course he's not going to play then if Salah plays all the time. Bruv, that's just mad to me. I don't understand.
And this is the part where I knew it was a losing debate, but I was gonna challenge G a little bit, where he said this brother is the reason why we winning it, which is a fact because of the assist and goals that he has given. But last season, or the season that he went to AFCON and then he got injured, when he wasn't there, did we drop that many points? We won.
Ends keep saying this to people, and then just keep.
You know what I mean? So we have to try.
Always like, oh, it's only a couple of games, brother. We played good football.
We played good football.
And Jota in that blood.
That's what I'm saying. So the idea,
Salah's injured, isn't it? And he had to do it.
Yeah. So the idea is, if he is not there, we will never get to this point. We will never know. But we have
to stop that as well, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I see Salah's importance in it.
No, he is.
If you go off the base of the team, you're gonna say it's him and Virgil in it. Seems like the most important players.
And Alisson.
But man have to start acting like the ball just like got to Salah's foot, bro. Like he just passed the ball to himself, bro, and scored his goal. Like
that's the way I hear it.
Someone has to pass him the ball, and someone gave him all the penalties, bro. So we could quickly change that if you give Gakpo all the penalties.
But
we can change it, and then all of a sudden we're gonna say Gakpo is the reason why we were there. And of course he scored loads of goals, but he scored 11 penalties as well.
And also, real quick, don't you guys think that remember Salah said Arsene Wenger gave him advice for a great player and elite player, the elite player moment. So right now Salah is playing only moment football. I'll wait for my moment, penalty or a banger or an assist or something like that. But as you are waiting for those moments, guess what? It's affecting the rest of us. That's why everybody knows I'm a performance merchant, because I know if you play well, the higher chance of you playing well in terms of the whole squad and winning is really, really high than just saying, oh, I scored a goal and I got an assist. Because right now, and I'm going to bring Pops in this, he's saying Salah was awful, but yet he keeps saying, oh, he gave 2 chances, but we just didn't score. Brother, we can't just wait for 2 chances of Salah for us to score a goal. He has to play well.
He gave Jota a good
That's
pass.
what I'm saying.
It was actually a good save.
Yeah,
but did the same thing back and Salah missed the sitter. No.
Yeah, but Savage, this is what I'm saying. If we are just waiting for those perfect moments, then what are we doing? Because
that's what I'm saying. It's not Salah's fault, bro. Because if I'm Salah, I'm not telling the manager I don't want to play and just bring me on for moments. I'm playing as much as I can, bro.
But then if you're gonna play and your name is Mohamed Salah, guess what? We're gonna get on your head.
No, but because it doesn't happen, he can just do that until the manager says no. Like at the beginning of the season, when everyone was getting gassed about Slot, oh my god, he's so ruthless. He took Salah off. Okay, well that stopped very quick, didn't it? So now, if say you get to like the 65th minute, that's enough valuable time. That 65th minute tells Salah like, yo, maybe I'm not cutting it. If you get taken off in the 88th minute, bro, Salah just thinks, oh yeah, you brought him off to save my legs. You don't feel like you brought Harvey on because you think he's going to play better. But when you bring him on for 25 minutes and that, when you bring Trent, it happened to Trent and Salah at the beginning of the season. Take Trent off, we're bringing Bradley on for 30 minutes. You saw Trent's face, bro.
Yeah.
What? Are you mad? Took Salah off, 40 minutes to go, you saw Salah's face. So imagine doing that with 20 minutes to go. Bro, don't get me wrong, bro. Slot obviously has got bare stuff right this season because we're going to win the league, innit? But it doesn't mean we can't talk about these things and the club going forward. The reason why we talk about the club going forward, because the league's won, bruv. We know it's won. So I need to know going into the following season and that, bruv. Now, if he's not going to adapt Salah somewhere else or change him when he needs changing and that, bruv, because, brother, see these performances? And they are in, like, All I'm saying is, bro, teams are not playing as well, and that's fine. It's not Liverpool's fault. That's why we're going to win the league, and I don't give a damn. It's fine. But they're not playing as well, innit? But them performances you're talking about, if he does that when everyone's back and everyone's playing properly again, better, brother. 10 men against these teams, blood. It's not.
We'll get.
And we saw that in the We saw that in the Champions League. That was the easiest thing to know. PSG haven't fallen off. So when you played against a proper team and he's playing like 10 men, all of a sudden you think that nutmegging Mendes in the first minute is going to make up for the game because after that he locked you up, bro.
But this is the thing, though. There's a part where I know Pops is really going half for his guy. Say who played well yesterday. Well, all of them didn't play well. I'll give it to the goalie because he didn't do anything. But the thing is, we have to rely on performance because performance gives you a barometer of where you need to be at, right? If you play well, you could always rely consistently on your performance. But if we always keep relying on Salah, and I brought this up and people argue with me, I said, everybody has to play well for Salah to score a goal. If that becomes a problem, then what happens when nobody's playing well? Then what happens to Salah, right? Champions League final, Mane had to create that penalty for Salah to score, right? There's always something for somebody to do something.
Of course, bro.
So
that's what they're relying on Salah things. You know what I'm saying? So Salah thing is lazy, bro.
And the thing is, Salah went against two fullbacks and he didn't burn them one time. He didn't even dribble, not just outrun them, not the Salah chant, run it down the way. No, he could not even go one-on-one with any of those people. So, and let's be honest, Savage, this part maybe I would disagree with you. We are not giving him the ball and say, Salah, create some, Salah, create. We're giving him at the point where Salah put the ball in the back of the net and it's not happening.
Well, but the reason why that's happening is because when you give it him to create, he can't
anymore. Exactly. So last match, Diaz was the one who was just burning down the line.
And when he came on yesterday and against Everton,
exactly, right? So that excuse where I used to say back in the day, I said, "Oh, why we keep giving Salah the ball and let him do all the run instead of just giving him an opportunity where he just have to do what a great player like Salah does." And right now he can't even do that because we are putting him closer to the box, one-on-one with a defender. And he can't even dribble past that. He's bringing
patterns of players are like they're good in football when the pattern of play is really good, but when the pattern of play is just obvious and boring, don't work because our pattern of play is when we go down the right hand side, give it to Szoboszlai, he's going to give it to Salah. Instead of Salah trying to take the player to the line, he's just going to cut back in his left foot and he's going to try to cross it to the back post. That's his new tactic. His old tactic used to be the same, but he used to shoot with his left foot instead of crossing it. Now he's realised he can't shoot like that. That's why everyone keeps bringing up the same Brighton goal all season because that's the only time he done it, bro. The only time he done it when he cuts back in and whips in the top corner.
Yeah.
So I get it, bro. Like, but and obviously everything's not Salah's fault, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No.
When we're talking about rotation, everyone keeps making it about fitness and all that. It's not that, bro. Because most of the best teams play most of their players all the time, bro. It's not rotation on the fitness all the time. It's rotation on just the way we're playing, bro. But sometimes Mane just not good. He doesn't have to be tired of that. I'm always happy to say about other players, but I'm not allowed to say about Salah. He's one of the team, innit? We don't rely on Salah, but we do look to him. Well, because he's supposed to be the best player, bro. If he's Mr. Ballon d'Or, why wouldn't I look to him, bro? I'm not relying on him, bro. You get me? Like, England, I look to Kane, but he stinks up the place a lot of the time, innit? But if you're supposed to be the best striker, then I don't rely on Virgil to do everything at the back. Of course not. That's why normally the back four helps him out. He doesn't do everything on his own, but in certain situations, I go, you're supposed to be the best. So maybe in this game, you know what I mean? We're not playing against PSG every week. We're playing against Fulham and that, bro. So when he gets to them bigger games, and I'm like, well, definitely today I'm looking towards you. It's risk and reward, isn't it? We look towards you for that. You do it, you win the Ballon d'Or, and you get to be the best player in the world. You don't do it, but then I have to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it worse than other people because you're supposed to be better, bro. It's just simple. Man can't argue with my YouTube videos versus Mr. Beast because I'm not Mr. Beast, bro.
Yeah,
you can say my videos rubbish, but you can't be on some like he's you get me? Like it's expectations. It's how football's built. It's the rough with the smooth, and it like you're the best player, so we're gonna have to judge you as the best player now. I've seen you whip the ball in the top corner 50 times. So now when I see you stink it up 10 times, I'm like, brother, what's going on? That's not. The thing is, we've done this with all of the best players, bro. I don't understand why it changed, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die blood. It don't make no damn sense, bro. We did it with. I've seen the La Liga say that Messi went on a drought because he didn't score for 3 games, bro. He scored 60 goals that season, bro. And he said he went on a drought. They're all constantly talking about Ronaldo could score however many free kicks. He ain't scored in 23 free kicks. It's terrible. Yeah, because you set the standard, bro. Hold that.
That's the thing.
I wanna get to a question as well. Big up to goal ratio because he said he was a message that he sent. And see you in a minute. Hey, Quasi, put it back in and I'll redirect to you.
Okay.
Push it back in and I'll redirect to that one. Where is it? Let me get to it here. I'll read it out and then I'll let it go across the bottom of the screen. It says, "Big up, Ends. Just been thinking. Has any Premier League team expressed an interest in signing Salah even on a free?
No.
If not, why? Why not for free?"
That's a good question.
It's very simple. Because only rival fans have said it. The actual people took no one. Because rival fans would say that because they're looking at it from the outskirts. They don't watch our 3 o'clock games. They watch the highlights of when he's done great stuff, which is a lot of the times, by the way. But I've always had this opinion, by the way. So people don't even do this or win the league. You said this. I've always said. Speak to my brethren about this, bro. He's a man. I've always said this. Salah can't do this for another team. He just like old Salah, Basel Salah, could do loads of things for other teams and that. He could do what Saka does. He could do what Martinelli does and all that. This Salah can't do this for another team, bro.
For that time,
just can't do it, bro. That's why the whole time. That's why the output that Salah's got this season, I rate it, and that's why Slot didn't change too much, bro. Because I knew the whole time, like, he can't do this without Klopp. Yeah. What I meant was he can't do it without Liverpool, bro. Because they just changed the manager, and he's kept that. That's the one thing he's kept the same. Can we all agree on that? Even if you don't think he's changed the slow down this and he's done this and that, he's not changed Salah's game. He just left him there to do Salah's stuff, and it's worked, isn't it?
But then, do you think, Savage, the manager needs to save Salah from himself?
Good luck trying that when he looks at Salah's goals and assists, bro.
Yeah, no, that's a dark. I don't mean saving from what 27 league goals and 17 assists.
Yeah, but I'm not saying just sit him out for a whole game, but at least kind of be like, Salah, let's try something and see if it works. If it doesn't,
there was one game, Quasi, I remember when we put him on the bench. It was a Champions League game against Rangers, and he was on the bench, right? And I remember the brother come off the bench, and he felt like he had something to prove, and he was just on it, and he scored a hat trick in the game. He came off the bench, and I was like, "Yo, that was so cold!" Like, we need to do that a bit more. Like, let him have to come on and go. Nah, right?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Let me show you what I'm about, bro. You want to drop me?
Yeah, make him upset. Make him upset. Said, brother, go show us what you can do. You know,
I just don't think like
the thing
personally with other teams trying to come in from. I don't even know like if it's a fit. I just
but that question.
I've always looked at him and Trent exactly the same, innit?
Because
unless you're going to adapt certain things, I don't think any other team's going to go and do because, like, you're not going to sign Trent as a conventional right back, and you're not going to sign Salah as a conventional right winger. So it means you're going to have to adapt something. If you think they're good enough to do it, that's fine. You get me? So at the moment, it looks like Trent's going to go to Madrid, but it's a free flowing team in the attack. It's a bit more lenient in it. So that's literally the only other team in the world, bro. Like, Trent couldn't go to Barca. He couldn't go to Valencia. He couldn't go to Atletico, bruv. Because Simeone will be screwing. He would be like, bruv, what are you doing? I don't need you to do that. Winger Salah's a little bit different because sometimes you can give freedom to wingers if they're going to get you loads of goals in it. But the difference is at another club. How are you getting loads of goals? Because we play this way. You're not having the penalties anymore. You're not the main guy unless you're going to like a team where you're just better than everyone. But Salah's not going to want to do that because it means the team's rubbish on it. There's only for Salah to leave Liverpool, he can only really go down unless he goes to he's going to go Barca.
But
then you got like, he's going to take your mouse spot. I don't think that's happening.
But let's be honest. That question is a good question because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, that could be a whole show. The thing is, I mean, if you get somebody like Salah, even let's say you get him not at 33, you get him say 29, 30, 31. You still have to change your tactics to accommodate him, right?